First of all, thanks everyone for being with us. Obviously, we're thrilled to be here at game week and excited for preparation ahead. I wanted just to start by making an exciting announcement for our program. We had our team vote for captains over the weekend, and I'm very proud to announce that Davian Davis and Elijah McAllister will be representing Team 1 in this 2021 season as captains. They'll be joined by Deshaun Jerkins, Cam Johnson, Bradley Ashmore, Mike Wright, Anthony Orgy, Ken Seals, Michael Warden, and Harrison Smith as members of our leadership council. So Davian and Elijah will be our 2 captains, and we'll be with the other guys as part of our leadership group that will help me continue to grow this program, help us continue to grow this program to its potential. So we're excited for those guys, proud of those guys, and thrilled to have them representing us this season. Wanted to make that announcement, and I'm happy to now open up to questions.
All right, folks, if you have a question, go ahead and use the raise hand function as always. Chris Lee, why don't you get us started today?
Hey, Clark, going into your first game, what would you say you're most excited about with this team, and what would be your biggest concern?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's just thrilling to be able to take this team into competition against another opponent, to measure, what we've done over the past 8 months. I know to a man in our locker room, we're all just itching to get out there. And so it'll be surreal as kind of those gold helmets are lined up in the tunnel there, ready to take the field. And I know we'll have a lot of energy behind and enthusiasm behind our play on Saturday. I think, obviously, being that it's the first time that we'll be measured against an opponent, there is a lot that we need to be on top of as a program. And, in our quest here to build the best program in the country and to establish winning habits and a winning mentality, we're going to have to really have a heightened focus of our execution and an awareness of the things that we need to do on our end to ensure that we can have access to a winning outcome. So there's a lot that will go into that we'll need to be on top of. There will be a lot of learning from the first snap to the last, but it's stuff that we're all excited for and anxious to get going.
Robbie.
Hey, Clark, now that it's game week, do you notice, sort of any change of energy or anything like that in the building? And what is the feeling now that after, 8 months or 9 months or whatever of kind of rebuilding this new program under this new staff, what's the feeling now that, finally you guys do get to actually take it to the field?
Well, the players are ecstatic. They feel like they've been working hard over the past 8 months to get to this point, and to be finally here is quite the moment. I think the staff's ecstatic too. We've worked hard with these guys to help to build them to this moment, and yet this will be just game one. It's a long season, and we'll have to be playing the marathon as well, which means continuous learning and growing and continuing to improve our systems and each player take ownership over their progress as well. So a lot to be excited about, and yet it's game one in a long season. We'll have a lot ahead of us to take on, but we'll certainly be there in full spirit on Saturday.
Aria, go ahead.
Clark, have you named the starting quarterback yet?
We've decided to name Ken Seals the starting quarterback for week 1 here. Both Ken and Mike had great camps, and we're proud of both those guys. Felt like it was important for our team heading into game 1 that we had some clarity in that position, and we were allowing for those guys to establish roles for themselves, to build chemistry within the offense. So we've been practicing that way for the last couple of weeks, but both quarterbacks will play. Mike Wright is one of our best 11 on offense. He is a super talented person and a super talented player, and we're anxious to see what kind of role he can carve out for us on offense as a playmaker and a guy that can be a game changer for us.
Joe Rexroad, you got a question without your hand raised?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get the hand raised correctly. Clark, I guess following up on Mike, without giving away all your plans for opponents here in this season, but what kinds of, obviously last year you had sort of that red zone role. I mean, do you anticipate an expansion beyond that potentially this year for him?
Yeah, I mean, Mike has earned the right to play snaps not relegated to a zone or a situation. I mean, we want to see him get out there and lead the offense. We think he's earned that right and shown capability at times in practice to function as a one, and that's why the competition took its course. So, we're planning on him to have a role. Obviously, certainly that can be situation based, but we don't want to just relegate him to that. We want to make sure we give him ample opportunity to get out there and to execute on a drive and to see how he can ignite explosive play for us on offense. So we'll get him out there early in the game Saturday, and we'll see kind of how things take shape around him. And then as we go through the season, based on how the offense develops and how he develops in that role, we'll look to expand that to make sure we're putting ourselves in a winning position.
Chris Lee?
Yeah, Clark, this is obviously your first game as a head coach. It's different preparing as the head guy than as a coordinator or a position coach. So when you go about your week of preparation and all the things that go with that, where do you get your inspiration for how to go about things, to game plan, to the flow of the week, everything? Do you call Brian Kelly? Do you talk to Tim Corbin? Do you just absorb some things that you've gone through before and take those into your own style? But as you put together a plan for how to get into a routine and all, how did you go about that?
It's all of the above. I mean, I've had a lot of great coaches that I've learned from head coaches that I work for. Obviously, Brian Kelly is certainly one of those. Dave Clawson, John Stiglmeyer at South Dakota State. There's a lot of guys. Scott Schaefer. I've had a lot of great conversations over the course of preparing for fall camp. And, we're just looking to kind of build this together too, meaning our staff gets together and talks about what the team need is and how we fill that need. Obviously, there's some intuition involved with that as well. Every team is different. And so the formula that works at, a certain program doesn't necessarily work for this 2021 Vanderbilt football team. And so it's a combination, but I am definitely pulling from all the learning I've had over my career and also relying on instinct and kind of the pulse of the team too.
Robbie, last one today. Bring us home.
Hey, Clark, if I may, do you have updates on whether Cole Clemens, Dan Dawkins, and Jericky Wright will be available this weekend?
As of now, they're available and back at practice, and we're excited for those guys to be healthy and to have a great start to the season. So as of now, they're available.
Thank you.
Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, guys. Great to see you.